Good afternoon, good morning, and good night to each and everyone. You are all welcome to this channel. It has been a while that I have not dropped an analysis ever since this month of February started. So now we are getting settled, and then let's look at what the market is telling us. So today I'll be looking at the dollar index. And what we are expecting from dollar pairs as from tomorrow, next week. So if I am on a monthly time frame, if you check, you will see there is a run on liquidity here. The month of February, which is this candle that came and swept this 2025 low and then closed as a contraction. So, and when you look at this, you will know that normally in the monthly time frame, this is a liquidity sweep, which means that the buy side liquidity has been swept. What I expect for dollar now is to be looking for ways to sweep the sell side liquidity, which is located up here. So from there on, I drop to the weekly time frame and see what the weekly is telling me. In the weekly, we can see a very good sweep of liquidity here. We see a very good sweep of liquidity. We see this weekly candle here, this contraction, or you can call it a pin bar. And then last week, the last week opened and closed as a bullish candle, which confirms the bullish nature of DXY, the US dollar index. So weekly, it has been confirmed that it is bullish. So now, where are we targeting? We are targeting this our target should be this January's high. So we have taken out 2025 low here. We have swept all these inducements here and then close as a contraction, and then the momentum is still pushing up, which is shown by this weekly candle, which open and close as a bullish candle. So what are they targeting? Buy side liquidity already taken from here. Now the target is the sell side liquidity. Okay, now what should I expect from the daily? Let me see what the daily is telling me. And then from the daily perspective, the DXY is really doing great. When I come on the daily, I already see from here, this is already a change in the market structure shift to the upside. This is the daily candle, this long bearish candle that swept liquidity in the weekly and in the monthly. So the daily candle have already closed above this huge candle, which shows a change in the market structure shift, which shows that the DXY is bullish in the monthly, it's bullish in the weekly, even in the daily it has aligned bullish. So with all this, then why should I be ever thinking of selling DXY? Okay, now there's also another thing. Let me label this. This is the change of character here. Now this the market structure shift. Yes, and then there's something I can also see from this daily. I can see a fair value gap here. Yes, this one. Price did not come back to mitigate this zone. Yes, there's a space here. Yes, this is a fair value gap here. And what do I expect? Because this candle here will act as a demand zone. Yes, this huge candle that price has broken above to give this change in market structure shift will be acting as a demand zone, which means that it will be a zone where I will be expecting price to retest before it goes up and take out this monthly, this January's high, and maybe from there I should be looking forward for price to come up and target this level, because there's a lot of liquidity sitting above here. So now that was just for illustration. Let me delete this because I am an intraday trader. I take my trades from the 4 hour. I take my trades from the 4 hour. So I'll go down to the 4 hours time frame, and it still aligns. This is where my change of market, where my market structure shift. This is where I mark my market structure shift in the daily. I marked it here, and then this is the fair value gap. This is the daily fair value gap here, and in the daily there's a fair value gap here, and still even in the 4 hours there's still another fair. I still see a fair value gap here, which means that this is a very strong point. There's liquidity here that price might be coming back to mitigate. Yes, internal range liquidity, which is always in the form of fair value gaps. So as the week opens tomorrow, I will be expecting to see dollar index retrace a bit and then fill this daily fair value gap, and then we take our entries and target this high. Yes, we take our entries, and the first take profit, we will be targeting the January's high. Yes, this is what I will be looking at starting from tomorrow. Not to refine the point so much, let me just mark this point of interest from here, so that yes, this is the daily point of interest, where we'll be looking at price. When price enters here and form something like then we see a change of character in the lower time frame, and then we take our buys. Yes, something like this. Voila. Okay, so I don't have any business trying to sell dollar, even just to sell from here and maybe take a counter trend, maybe to start buying from here. No, I will not. I will always go with the trend. I go with the dominant trend. So I'll be waiting I will be waiting. Next week is full of crazy fundamentals. We have CPI next week, we have NFP, so we should expect a lot of movements in the market. So next week, it is our week to make money. And now, this is just DXY. From there now, there's a negative correlation between DXY and Euro USD, which is the pair I trade. And then this is what Euro USD is doing. Euro USD is always giving me the direct opposite of what DXY is saying. If DXY is buying, then I should be expecting to sell EU. Yes, I should be expecting to sell EU. I should be expecting to sell GB, PUSD. I should be expecting to sell any pair that is traded with USD. When USD is rising, you have to sell it, and when USD is falling, you buy. So, and this is what Euro USD is showing me in the monthly. There's a run on liquidity here in the monthly. Why is it a run on liquidity? This was 2025 highs. Okay, the first month of January 2026, which is this candle, this contraction candle, it started massively and then it closed at a contraction. And what does this signify? It signifies that sellers are already entering the market. Yes, sellers are entering the market massively. And then what should we expect? We should expect more sales to the downside. Yes, we should be expecting more sales to the downside and targeting this January's low should be our first target. This is January's low here, and then there's also liquidity here, which the market might also want to target in the nearest future. But for now, let me take this one out. Let us focus on what is happening now. Now I go to the weekly. Voila, this is what the weekly is telling me. On the weekly time frame, Euro USD is doing exactly the opposite of what dollar was telling us. Dollar close with a bullish pin bar, and now on the weekly, and then we can see euro here exactly the opposite. This is a bearish hammer. Yes, this is also a bearish hammer candle here. What does it indicate? It shows that buyers enter the market, push the market up to this level, and sellers took sellers from here, and sellers were very strong. They had to push the market down to this level, and then the week closed, and then the sellers continued. The market struggled to put in buyers to push this candle a bit up to this level, but sellers were more strong. They had to push the market down to this level, and then it retraced, but it's still close below the previous week candle, which shows that the market is strongly bearish. Yes, it closed as a body below the previous candle, which shows that the market is still strongly bearish. So let's move ahead. Let's go to the 1 day time frame and see what the market is telling us. In the 1 day time frame, there's something here, which is this fair value gap. The same fair value gap that we saw on USD on DXY. This is the same fair value gap here we saw on we saw this one is a bearish fair value gap, but on DXY, on the dollar index, it was a bullish fair value gap, and above it there's this demand zone. Yes, slightly above the fair value gap there is a demand zone. Yes, there is a demand zone there on the daily. What do we expect? The weekly, the monthly cleared liquidity. The weekly showed strong sellers entering the market, and the daily is still aligning bearish. What do we expect as from next week? I expect the market to open next week, retest this fair value gap. It might enter this demand zone, or it might just retest it might just take out this fair value gap, give us a change of character in the lower time frame. Then why should we not take our sales? And if it enters the demand zone, fine and good, we are good to go. So on the daily, we are expecting more sales on Euro USD. And then what is the 4-hour time frame telling us? Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. If I can refine this daily fair value, this fair value gap I marked here, and then I refine, there's a demand zone here in the 4 hours, which price did not mitigate. This is an IF. This is an institutional candle here, which took out liquidity from here in the 4-hour, mitigated this bearish order block, then and gave me this demand zone here. So in the 4 hours, this is the refined order block. So as from next week, what am I expecting? Only one thing: sell Euro USD. So I will want to see something like this. I see a confirmation that sellers are there. I look for a retest, and then I take my sales to the downside. No stress. Yes. And when I sell from this point, I hold it till TP until it takes out this January's low. Yes. So this is my expectation on Euro USD, and then which have drawn it from DXY, because the dollar index is telling me buy dollar, and then if I'm buying dollar, obviously I should be selling euro. Thank you. If this is the first time you are coming across this video or any analysis on my page, I am here. I am willing to learn. I am willing to interact. I will share my WhatsApp channel on the description of this video. So if you want to join my WhatsApp channel to see my setups, I always share my daily setups and my biases on my WhatsApp channel. Thank you.